My name is Dorothy Suku, and today I'll be presenting investigating factors associated with obesity among Hispanic population in America. So, what is obesity or overweight? Obesity is a weight that is higher than what is considered as a healthy weight for a given height, and is a serious chronic condition that can lead to heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and some cancers. It is also considered as a epidemic disease in the United States. The screening tool for obesity is called Body Mass Index or BMI, which I'll be referring throughout the presentation. And the scale is BMI less than 18.5 is considered as underweight. BMI 18.5 to less than 25 is healthy weight. BMI 25 to less than 30 is considered as overweight. And BMI greater than or equal to 30 is obesity. Some of the statistics facts from 2017 to 2018, age-adjusted prevalence rates for non-Hispanic Black adults were 49.6%, Hispanic adults 44.8%, non-Hispanic white adults 42.2%, non-Hispanic Asians adults 17.4%. The prevalence of severe obesity was highest among adults aged 40 to 59 compared with other age groups. The age-adjusted prevalence of severe obesity in adults was 9.2%. Hispanic men had higher prevalence of obesity, 45.7% compared to other races. The two research questions that I will be investigating, one is age, employment status, sex, mental condition, or Hispanic race associated with BMI? And the second question is, what are other factors that contribute to being overweight other than the cost of fruits and vegetables, sedentary lifestyle, or income status? The study design is a randomized bilingual telephone survey by Healthy Americans Institute that was done in from February 2014 to March 2014. The demographics comprise of 846 participants. Hispanics were 300 of them, non-Hispanic Blacks 286 in number, and non-Hispanic whites 260, and were all from age 18 and over. The methods that I will be using is the first statistical test will be multiple linear regression. The dependent variable will be body mass index, which is a continuous variable. Independent variables are age, sex, which is recorded to male equal to 1, female equal to 0. Race, that's also converted to dummy variables, Hispanic equal to 1 and other race equal to 0. Employment status, recorded to unemployed equal to 1 and employed equal to 0. And those with mental conditions coded as 1 and without mental conditions are coded as 0. Statistical test number 2 will be logistic regression with a dependent variable that is converted to a categorical variable, which is dichotomous of BMI greater than or equal to 25, equal to overweight, and that's coded as 1, and BMI less than 25, not overweight, are coded as 0. Independent variables, household income, which are the low income, less than the household income that makes less than 50,000 are coded as 1, and more than 50,000 are coded as 0. Another independent variable is those who are able to afford fruits and vegetables are coded as yes, 0, and those who are not able to afford fruits and vegetables are coded as 1. And then the daily sugar drinks is another variable. Daily sugar drink consumptions, those are coded as the ones that are yes, coded as 1, and the ones that don't consume daily sugar drinks are coded as 0. And the last is sedentary lifestyle. Those with sedentary lifestyle are coded as 1, and those that are active are coded as 0. Here are the results from the full model of multiple linear regression. The non-significant variables, which have p value of greater than 0.05, employment status, p value equal to 0.670, sex, p value equal to 0.980, Hispanic race, p value equal to 0.593. And the final model for the multiple linear regressions with the significant predictor variables that have a p-value less than 0.05 is age, which has a p-value of 0.014, and mental condition p-value equal to 0.004. The model summary gives us the R square of 0.021, which is predictor variables. It shows that only explains 2% of the total variability, and that is considered as poor correlation. The model for ANOVA shows that the model is statistically significant with the F statistic value of high. It's high of 7.563 and the p-value of less than 0.001, which is very low. And this means there's a difference between the BMI and predictor variables. From the histogram, we see that there's normal distribution and is slightly skewed to the right. And also after removing the outliers, here there's no evidence of outliers. After removing the outliers of BMI 99.9 and 98.9. The p-plot appears to be with normal errors with points aligning close to the diagonal line. To predict the BMI, I picked the age of 49 years old, which is a mean age from the model. And the question is, if you're trying to find out what is the BMI of 49 years old of any gender or race with mental condition. And the results from the equation comes up a BMI equal to 29.461, which is greater than 25, and that's overweight. Here is the results from the logistic regression. The full model shows that only one significant variable with a p-value of less than 0.05, which is sedentary lifestyle, p-value of 0.047, odds ratio is equal to 1.397, and the non-significant variables are sugar drink consumption, p-value of 0.275, odds ratio 1.237. Another one is unable to afford fruits and vegetables, p-value 0.308, odds ratio 1.185. And last is the household income, which is less than $50,000, p-value of 0.604, odds ratio equal to 0.923. The final model for the linear regression, as I stated, the only significant variable was sedentary lifestyle. After removing the non-significant variables, the significance value increased from p-value of 0.047 to 0.041, and odds ratio was 1.397, and now is 1.409. Additional tests for confounders, as you see, the linear regression, there was no potential confounders. Multiple linear regression, having mental condition could be a potential confounder. So multiple linear regression reveals that both age and mental condition were statistically significant. And for every year increase in age, body mass increased by 0.029, holding other independent variables fixed. That's because the slope was 0.029 and p-value was 0.014. And from the equation, 49 years old with mental condition is more likely to be overweight. Also, for every unit change of mental condition, such as depression and other mental problems among subjects, BMI will increase by 1.786, holding other independent variables fixed. So here the B value was 1.838 and P value 0.004. There was no significant relation between BMI and other race, employment status, or sex, because the P values were greater than 0.05. From the logistic regression, you see that people with sedentary lifestyles are 1.409 times more likely to be overweight than those who do physical activity. Other studies have actually revealed elevated depressive symptoms and antidepressants medication are associated with higher BMI. In conclusion, the findings from this analysis emphasizes on the importance of monitoring BMI of those individuals with a history of depression or other mental conditions in order to control the risk factors of developing serious health conditions such as type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, or even cancers. Also, other findings from logistic regression analysis show that increasing physical activity can help with weight management and decrease prevalence of being overweight. Hence, both findings can be beneficial in public health in identifying the risk factors of obesity or overweight that are statistically significant and design the right intervention to decrease prevalence of obesity. Additional questions for further studies could be they could be needed to identify specific age groups and mental conditions associated with being overweight. And here is the end of my presentation. Thank you.